Hi everyone, I'm Sean, and today I'm doing the 1001 Books tag. I saw this video from Deea, from Novel Idea, and it's from an original tag, and I'll post both of those videos in the description. So, the first question, 1001 lists. Do you follow any list? As you'll know if you've seen my channel before, a lot of the books I read are off the 1000 Books to Read Before You Die list by James Mustich. It's sort of a collection of literary classics and some more modern books, but that is the main list, I guess, that I'm going off of. 1001 books. Approximately how many books do you own? My bookshelf here has somewhere around 100 books, and I think I have about 20, 30 books in storage, so somewhere in the vicinity of 125 to 150 books or thereabouts. 1001 books read. Approximately how many books have you read? In my life, I would guess somewhere around 500 or 600. I should note that that is always relative, so you should not base your thoughts on yourself based on what other people read, because it's really different. I mean, you may see other people who read far more books than you and think, oh, I'm not as much of a reader as them. But there are people who don't read any books, so it's all relative. I mean, whether you read 5 books, 10, 30, 50, 100, 200, or several hundred more, it's all relative, and you just got to do you. So don't worry about what other people read. There will probably always be someone who reads more than you, who reads faster than you. So it's not a competition. 1001 Arabian Nights. Have you read it? Do you have a favorite story from it? Actually, it's right here. I have read it, and I did enjoy it quite a bit. As to picking a favorite story from it, I am not sure. There is, of course, the main one everyone would know, which would be Aladdin and the Wonderful Lamp. That's a bit too easy of an answer, though. So just browsing the list of chapters, the one that kind of stands out to me that I might remember would be The Fisherman. I don't really remember what it was about, but I seem to recall that one of my favorite stories involved the water, involved the ocean some way. I don't remember what the story was, but I think that might have been my favorite story aside from Aladdin and the Wonderful Lamp, because of course that's what most people would say. 1001 flavors. Do you have a favorite flavor or food? My favorite food would probably undoubtedly be Stouffer's mac and cheese. It is the best. As for favorite flavor, I would say my favorite flavor is like the blackened edge of any kind of thing, like the crust of a pizza, a pepperoni, chicken, like fried chicken, any kind of like, it's just slightly burnt. That is probably my favorite flavor. 1001 buckets. Do you have a bucket list? What is one thing on that list? I don't really have much for a bucket list anymore. I have done most of everything I would really like to do, or that I could practically do. So I don't really have a bucket list. I guess the main thing would be being a dad. I think that would be pretty cool to have kids, and that just be your whole life, is just trying to give these kids a better life than you had. So I would kind of lean towards saying that would be my main life goal or whatever at this point. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. So I don't know. That would probably be my answer, though. 1001 numbers. Do you have a favorite number? Is there a story behind it? I do have a favorite number, but I don't really want to say what it is, because then you could probably use it to figure out a lot of my passwords. So I will just go through my favorite roulette numbers. We begin with 0, which is Russell Westbrook's number. Then we go to 3, which is both Chris Paul CP3's number and Russell Wilson now former Seahawks quarterback. I don't know if I will use that number as much anymore, or if I do, it will just be Chris Paul's number to me because I like Chris Paul. I also like number 5, which was a Everett Silvertips junior hockey player, Montana Onyebuchi. He was kind of my favorite player, so he was number 5, so I like 5. Let's see what else. I like 8. That was another Silvertips player, Patrick Bajkov. So I like 8. I like 11, which was Edgar Martinez, Seattle Mariners designated hitter. I also really like 13, which I think is Wilt Chamberlain's number. Great basketball player. I really love Wilt Chamberlain. What's kind of funny is a lot of times whenever I would play 13, 10 would hit. I swear I don't know how many times that's happened. So a lot of times now I play 10 and 13 because I don't want it 10 to curse me again. So I kind of play those both. So 10 and 13. 14 is always popular. It's just the number of love, February 14th. I like 15. That was another Silvertips player, Sean Richards. I kind of liked him, so I like 15, but I don't play it that much anymore because I haven't been lucky on it for a while. 17, that's a real popular number as well, but that's Matt Fontaine, another Silvertips player. After that, I like 19. And then I really like the string of numbers 22, which is the number for Casablanca. If you've seen the movie, you'll know the connection to roulette. So 22, Casablanca. 23, Michael Jordan. You always got to bet on the GOAT, Michael Jordan. Then I also like 24, which is another GOAT, Ken Griffey Jr., great Mariners player. I also like 25. No particular reason. I don't really know any players offhand who are number 25. But 25 has been really good to me. Like crazy luck with 25. After that, I like 27. I don't really know why, but 27 is also a number that's been fairly good to me. So there's that. Then I like 30, which is Steph Curry, another basketball player. And then 33, Larry Bird. You always got to bet on Larry Bird, 33. And then last would probably be 35. I know that at some point I think Kevin Durant wore number 35. Now I think he wears number 7 with Brooklyn. But still, 35 has also been really good to me. I don't really like Kevin Durant, but his number has helped me out a lot in roulette. Also, public service announcement, gambling is an addiction, so if you do play it, know your limits and don't bet more than you are willing to lose. So it's a really bad idea if you gamble. You're basically throwing your money away for a few hours, so be careful with it. 1001 authors. Do you have a favorite author or genre? I have gone through several favorite authors. The first and longest favorite author for me was Clive Cussler. Clive Cussler was a huge inspiration for my writing as well as my reading. He's the one who really got me into reading. After that, I think I went through a Michael Crichton fix or whatever. So I really like Michael Crichton, like Jurassic Park, Airframe, and some other of his books. After that, I read a lot of Rex Stout, who is a mystery crime writer. And I've read probably upwards of 20 books from him. So I like Rex Stout. And then most recently has been Walter Moers. I've got one of his books here, The Alchemist's Apprentice. Walter Moers is a brilliant German writer and illustrator. His book, The City of Dreaming Books, is my favorite book in the entire world. If you want to see my review for that, it's in a video called 3 by Moers. I will link it in the description. And I'll also link another video review I did from him, so check out those reviews. And I am about to review this book as well because I recently finished it. Actually, I gave up on it, but I do have some things to say about it. Now, Walter Moers has been my favorite author for the past few years, ever since I discovered the City of Dreaming Books. But I think it is about time that another author supplants him as my favorite author, in large part because the only book I need to read from him that's available in English is The Labyrinth of Dreaming Books, which I have a copy of. After that, I've read all of his books in English. So I kind of need to find another favorite author, and in part the reason why is I really only like 3 of his books. The City of Dreaming Books, The 13.5 Lives of Captain Bluebear, and A Wild Ride Through the Night. His other books, Rumo, and this book, The Alchemist's Apprentice, I didn't really like, so I don't really know if he deserves to be my favorite author anymore. I do think he's a genius. I do think his books, especially those 3 I mentioned, were great, but I don't know. So I am kind of a little bit homeless currently for who my favorite author would be. Walter Moers is kind of on the way out, but I don't really have a new author that's ready to take the throne, so I don't know who my favorite author right now would be. Maybe that could sort of be a theme for my upcoming videos. I am on the search for a new favorite author. So which of these books that I read has the potential of being my new favorite author? Because I am basically on the search. The position is open. I need a new favorite author. Who will it be? Keep watching my channel to find out, and we'll find out together. 1001 activities. Do you have a favorite outdoor activity? I would say my favorite outdoor activity is probably swimming. I really like swimming, and I don't really care if it's like in Hawaii or like up here where I live, like the San Juan Islands, like the Pacific Ocean. It's cold, but I don't really bother that much about it. So I like swimming. Unfortunately, I don't do it that much. I mean, I haven't really swam or swum in years, but I do like doing it. So if I could do anything, like just say, hey, you want to go out and do something, I would probably most be open to swimming. Okay, and that is it for the video. So if you want, remember to go check out Deea's channel, and as well as the original tag video for this tag. So go give those a look if you want. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.